Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. Tonight's nightcap, I'll show a little bit more on that copper steam boiler I'm building. If you want to see a lot more on it, have a look on the Patreon channel. I have gotten quite a bit of progress done on it this week. I also show a couple of bolt extractions. They're real horrors, these ones. The lad had a go at drilling them and then he snapped the torques in them. I had a hell of a job with one. I'll show a little bit of that. And then I show some plasma cutting. I was at the NEC a fortnight ago with my friend Rob, and the favourite question is, how thick will it cut? Well, it depends on the plasma cutter. Anyway, I put some thick material on the one I use, and I show a little bit of plasma cutting, and there's 1 or 2 pictures of the NEC show mixed in with it. All the holes in these tube plates were drilled 11mm, 11mm. It's too tight because the copper tube's actually 7/16. You need about 4 thou clearance for silver solar to get a good capillary reaction, and I've managed to borrow a 7/16 reamer. I thought I had a one, but I didn't. This is a number 1 Morse taper, so I've got to go from 1 Morse taper to 2 Morse taper to 3 Morse taper, and then to R8 to make it fit my milling machine. So that's the R8 adapter, quite a long winded affair, but it'll do the job. I'm going to bring the table up till it touches the reamer. The quill's fully down there, so if I take the table down, that means that I can't put the reamer into the job. Space under there and we'll get them all reamed out. Reamers need to be run nice and slow, and you always run a reamer forwards, you never reverse them. The water gauge I bought for the boiler has got 1/4 BSP, so I need to make bushings for that to sew that into the boiler, and for that you use bronze, you don't use brass. Brass just doesn't mix with steam. I've got a couple of pieces here because there's quite a few bushes to make. I think I need 6 at 1/4 and 2 at 3/8. So we'll go about making them out of that. The nuts are 3/4 and 90mm across the flat. We'll make the bush, that's 23, we'll make the bush 22. Twenty-three and a half. Just under 22, that'll do for John. So we'll machine that length down, then I'll drill and tap at 1/4. Really nice material, this stuff, nice to machine. See how it rolls, it chips off instead of them showering off like brass. Bronze is copper and tin, and brass is copper and zinc, that's the difference. And it's the zinc that causes the issues with the steam. Brass is just dirty stuff. It's good for decorative things, that's about all. I don't like it personally as a material. I once melted some in a furnace and I got the dreaded zinc pox of it. Made it really poorly, horrible stuff. The tap and drill for BSP parallel is 11.8. That's a 6mm just to use as a pilot. We'll go all the way through because I'm going to make a few bushes. Try and use the whole piece of bronze up. Makes a really nice job. You can split point it as well, I'm going to leave it like that. Really nice. If the camera will focus, come on, focus. Sort of. We might have to grind flats on the drill just to back it up a little bit because it sometimes tends to be quite snatchy on bronze. As that drill is now sharp. Yeah, no good at all. Now all I've done is grind 2 flats on the leading edges. Which actually blunts the drill, so it is going through there quite nicely. So that's what I've done to the drill to make it cut. Come on, focus. So I've ground a flat on that leading edge and a flat on that leading edge, which effectively blunts the drill. Just 1/4 BSPP, which is a parallel thread. Right, so we've got a good depth of thread in there now. Right, that's it, 1/4 BSP, splendid. I need to machine this down so it's got a little recess so it fits into the boiler. I'll do that now. I'll work some sizes out. I'll see what hole cutters I've got. Right, I've got an 18mm hole cutter and an 18mm reamer. This is 22, so take it down to 20. This takes it down to 18. And the depth, I want to have 6mm. Just going to put a little chamfer on that edge there. And I'm going to have another 6 there, so they're going to be 12mm thick bushings. So we'll part that off, and that's basically one done. And we'll do another one, and we'll carry on. We've got another thread left, and then do the second machining operation on them. These bushes are probably oversized for the scale of the boiler, but I want things to be big and strong. I'm not pissing about here. I managed to get 4 out of that piece. I've changed the collets, and so I need 0.19 off there, 0.17 off there to get me down to the thickness I require. collar chuck's ideal for these because it won't damage the surface finish. I can also get the camera in quite nicely. The tip I'm using is actually a tip designed specifically for aluminium, but it does machine bronze very nicely indeed. Move that bit, touch it off, and set a 0 up, 0.19. Little chamfer on the outside edge. That's one bush done. This one wants 0.65 of it. All I've done is zeroed the vernier. It's 6mm and you get a direct reading. 0.6 basically. I should be able to use this tool to do the both operations with. John man. Remove that bit, touch it off, 0.65, so we'll go 0.3, 0.6, 0.65, little chamfer, to all intents and purposes, 0. Settle for that, definitely.